What's good, everyone? Welcome back to Reckless Reviews with your boy M3 and the Sophisticated Jerk here on Knowledge and Relationships. Hope you guys can hear me pretty well. How you doing, Sophisticated Jerk?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing pretty well, man. You know, just another day, and hopefully, man, Monday we can make another dollar.
I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah. So tonight, man. I'm sorry, not tonight. This morning, man, I'm on my Talk to Tuesday already, man.
I know,
Can't
right?
get up.
Yeah, we still stuck on Tuesday.
Yeah, man, and I can't wait, man, for Tuesday's topic, man, because it's going to be a good one. But before I proceed, I think we have an intruder around in the building. So I got to check my security camera systems real quick. Okay. Because it looked like when the raindrops fall from the sky, okay, we got the best Canadian from the sky. That's Two Fly. We got none other than She Stole My Thunder. Salutes and salutations, She Stole My Thunder. She says, hello, everyone. I have, is that an apple or a tomato for everyone? Either way, she has some fruit for everyone, so she's very generous for today. Thank you, She Stole My
Yeah, that's an apple.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Now, if she started, putting peaches and pineapples, then that would be a whole different conversation. But I'm messing with you. But anyways, today's subject is going to be Judge Mathis. Okay. For those who don't know, right now he's going through a divorce. Unfortunately, his wife is divorcing him after 20 years of marriage or 30?
I think it's like 30 something, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, he's an OG in the game as far as in the marriage tip. So I know for guys like him who is really dedicated, for strong black families, that could be devastating, and it definitely hits home in some cases. So with that being said, without further ado, let's go ahead. We're gonna play a clip from TMC, and let's see. Go ahead and get the screen share ready, geared up for you guys. Everything that we do, as always, is in an act of fair use. So YouTube, don't come after us. And She Stole My Thunder says, yes, so many are getting divorced after 20 plus years.
Yeah, real quick, before we start the video, I was looking it up. So, yeah, he was married, it says 39 years. So, yeah, that's a long damn time, man.
39, damn.
Yeah.
Well, look, my heart definitely goes out to Judge Mathis, man, and hopefully he keep fighting, man. Right now, he's trying to do the best he can, man, to save his marriage. So we're going to just take a look at the clip, and then we're going to go ahead, and then we're going to look at O'Shea Duke Jackson's review. So shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. Definitely follow him as well.
O'Shea.
Yeah. And then one last thing as well, too. A cool little YouTube thing that YouTube added. Anytime when you tell people to subscribe to the channel, if they're on their mobile phone, and let's just say the little subscribe icon is there, it usually illuminates. So I think it's pretty cool for the mobile users. So definitely please subscribe to Knowledge Relationships. Also subscribe to Managed Sophistication as well too. That's Sophisticated Jerks' channel as well. And then also too, guys, because we are not monetized, please feel free to donate through our Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal. Everything is up to the top. And you don't have to worry about no middleman. So without further ado, let's go ahead and we're going to get this started.
Bro, real quick. So, dang, Wolverine done got divorced too?
Dang, Wolverine. Man.
Yeah, that's shocking. Yeah.
Look, 2024, man, it's a year of shocking divorces, man. So, yeah, man. So, it is what it is, man. So, let's go ahead. We're going to get this started. All right.
How you doing, man? I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
I'm not good. Rather, it's the worst days of my life. How about that?
Okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that. I wanted to ask you, with news of the separation, how are you holding up?
Not holding up very well. I would say the other man, maybe I'll be an example for other men, cautionary tale.
Again, I'm going to pause it periodically for fair use purposes, but just real quick question before I play that back in the video. Usually like paparazzi, TMC, sometimes people are kind of like atrocious, kind of rude when they approach these celebrities, especially when they're going through hard times. Do you think that was kind of like a fair approach, just for that person to like, just ask them, hey man, how you, like, almost like you check on his mental health a little bit, even though you're not really doing it for like your own personal concerns, but you think that was pretty much like respectful during this time?
Yeah, I would say so. I like the way that they did approach him, and like you said, I think when you're a journalist or a reporter or something like that, typically, man, they got their own ulterior motives, so they're not too concerned about somebody's mental health. But I do think they did have a pretty good approach. So they approached them, I'd say, in the right manner.
Yeah. Shout out to them for that.
Then, because typically they'll come up and be like, hey, so what's going on with your divorce? You got them super aggressive people. So they kind of came up like, hey, opened up with like, how you doing? And my man just vented. So yeah, definitely was a good approach. Yeah.
And, I was pretty surprised that he, Judge Mathis was able to open up and to say, hey, look, this is for a lesson for men who are in marriages or going through stuff. Oh, I gotta take this important phone call, but I'm gonna play the video, okay?
Yeah, put the video. All right. M3, you gotta put the volume up.
My wife has been
There you
third.
go.
Serving the community, taping my show, having fun with friends. That's what happens, guys. Never be too busy or never have too much fun beyond your life.
So I do want to ask, the date of separation is listed back in July 17th. Has this been coming for some time now, or was it something out the blue?
Well, ever since we started taping here in LA, I committed to staying home more and making my wife more of a priority. But as you see, I haven't. I'm still here on the road, doing the same thing. And in terms of going out into another city, but I was gone for 3 weeks. That's what July 17th meant.
Would you say you two are in a good place right now, or able to maintain a friendship? Or
oh yeah, we're still in the same house and we're maintaining a friendship. And I'm trying to get my wife back. I have to show her that though. Hopefully I can show her while we're there together before, and hopefully she doesn't complete the process. But I'm changing in hopes that she will. I'm gonna get my wife back. How about that?
Absolutely.
I just wanted to eliminate all the rumors too, that it's something about a baby or even me molesting a child. It's none of that. I've just told you what it is.
There were also, kind of some rumors of any infidelity. Did you want to clear that up at all? You say it's solely neglect.
Well, neglect can create suspicion, certainly. And if you're gone as much as I am, you have every right to suspect. You go to work, you go serving the community around the country, then you go with your guys to sporting events around the country, you go to other events except without your wife hanging with you and enjoying herself with you. And so, yeah, she would have a right to suspect infidelity.
There's none of that going on.
That's not the purpose. That's not the reason for this.
Okay. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry about that.
No, you good, man.
I do gotta still take this important phone call, but it seems like they call on the wrong timing of things. But what you guys? But well, in the meantime, before I just step out, just for a quick 5 minutes, Sophisticated Dre, do you mind if you share your intake on the video?
Yeah. It's kind of tricky, man, because it seemed like that was kind of weird when he brought up some of the allegations in the end of the video, when he mentioned I forgot exactly what they was talking about, some of the charges. He was like, hey, there's none of that. There's no infidelity and stuff like that. And then he, you know, he kind of was dancing around it a little bit where he was just like, well, she could make her assumptions, you know, based on the neglect and all that stuff. So yeah, I think for him just to lead up front with that, then it's kind of almost like he's trying to kill the narrative before it starts or something, or he knows like she might kind of be putting some of that some thoughts out there coming up soon and stuff. And that's why I say sometimes, man, you know, you don't always have to be vocal, man. You don't have to put your information out there. You could just be like, hey, man, we're going through a process. We're cordial, and you know, either it's gonna work out or it's not. You know, you leave that stuff up to y'all. And I think sometimes people feel like they're trying to get ahead of something where they got to communicate too much. Like in this case, where it's like, hey, this ain't you know, it wasn't about infidelity, it was about this. This is like, you know, man, let the process play out. But as far as him, because the question that we're asking today is like, is Judge Mathis strong or weak for fighting to save his marriage? And I would say it's kind of weak. Not the fact that people want to make their marriages work, because I know people sometimes will be like, oh, why would you say? It's not that. I think kind of what I got from the video, you know, he kind of made everything about him. And then now that the wife kind of wants to move on and stuff, it seems like now he kind of wants to just keep her instead of, you know, just kind of manning up like, you know what, I did do some things wrong. Let me make some changes for myself, you know. And I think the issue a lot of people have is like, you know, they want to make changes for people. And I don't think that's genuine. And, you know, so it's just like they'll change for somebody for a little bit to keep them there. So, you know, they don't leave. And then all of a sudden, you know, a couple of years, they kind of go back to their, I'll say their typical way. So, you know, if you're going to make changes, this is like, you know what, I'll do, you assess it. You like, all right, I made these errors, you know, let me make some changes for myself. And if that person, they see those changes, then, you know, they could make the decision to stay with you, whatever. But yeah, as far as fighting somebody on that, he was kind of on some simp shit too, you know, just keep it a buck. But yeah, it's just like, man, you know, once you do all that dirt, you know, kind of wrongdoing, you're not consistent. Yeah. And you want to kind of lure that person in with kind of like, oh, you know, I'm going to change, you're crying and shit. It's just like, nah, man, just make the changes and, you know, man up and let them make that decision. You know, I like the question that how you phrase it. Like, is he weak for fighting? You're not supposed to really fight for somebody, you know? Right. So yeah, that's my take on that. Sorry, I was rambling a little bit, but yeah, it's kind of weak, man. You know, I'm going to keep it a buck.
No,
which I'll take.
Well, before I get my take into it, I'm gonna step out for a few minutes. Stan, salutes to you.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
Yeah, good morning, Stan. I'm for sure.
Hey, play the video again so that way Stan can see it, because I will get Stan's assessment.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because I think I missed the beginning part, like some of it.
Oh, from TMC? Yeah, I got you. Go ahead and just rewind it.
Hey, Judge Mathis, how are you today, man?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
I'm not good. Rather, it's the worst days of my life. How about that?
Okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that. I wanted to ask you, with the news of the separation, how are you holding up?
Not holding up very well. I would say the other man, maybe I'll be an example for other men, cautionary tale. Don't neglect your wife. See, I'm here at the airport now, flying out, as I have for 40 or for 25 years. My wife has been third, serving the community, taping my show, having fun with friends. That's what happens, guys. Never be too busy or never have too much fun beyond your life.
So I do want to ask, the date of separation is listed back in July 17th. Has this been coming?
Oh man, still flying out.
Well, ever since we started taping here in LA, I committed to staying home more and making my wife more of a priority. But as you see, I haven't. I'm still here on the road, doing the same thing. And in terms of going out into another city, but I was gone for 3 weeks. That's what July 17th meant.
Would you say you two are in a good place right now, or able to maintain a friendship? Or
oh yeah, we're still in the same house and we're maintaining a friendship. And I'm trying to get my wife back. I have to show her that though. Hopefully I can show her while we're there together before, and hopefully she doesn't complete the process. But I'm changing in hopes that she will. I'm getting my wife back. How about that? I just wanted to eliminate all the rumors too, that it's something about a baby or even me molesting a child. It's none of that. I just
See that was strange to like put that out there.
Any infidelity?
Where the hell that come from?
You say it's solely neglect.
Well, neglect can create suspicion, certainly. And if you're gone as much as I am, you have every right to suspect. You know, you go to work, you go serve in the community around the country, then you go with your guys to sporting events around the country, you go to other events, except without your wife hanging with you and enjoying herself with you. And so, yeah, she would have a right to suspect infidelity.
But there's none of that going on.
That's not the purpose. That's not the reason for this.
Man, what's your take on that video, man? What was
Slow, everyone.
I don't want them to divorce. That's number one. Number two, I think he has a chance because she's in the house. They're in the same house. Number three, I mean, yeah, like he loves his wife. When you know, I love, so I'm gonna just, I'm Mr. Hallmark. I'm watching Hallmark movies right now. 'Tis the season.
I got smoke for Stan already.
I'm a Cupid. I look at him. He is in tears. He's in tears. You know what I'm saying? You seen the picture of him when he was 25 with her? He was like, I got her. This is the woman of my dreams. Like Urkel with Laura. He like, you know what I'm saying? That's his boo. He don't want to let go of his boo, and he's gonna fight for it.
But see, what's good, 100? But nah, man, I think he need to get a divorce, man. What was that?
That's 40 years of marriage.
I think they need to get a divorce, Dan. I got to disagree with you, man.
Where are you gonna go? Who are you
going on that guy's trip he been going to? That's what I'm saying, man. He got to make a decision because I mean he's still flying out. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like
contracts.
Huh?
There's contracts. He did contracts. These are work events. He got contracts. He got to fulfill that. See, that's something different, right? Because my question when I sent you guys, like, how do you now, like, you're a person with purpose? It's a little bit different if he was working a 9-to-5 job. But then when I'm looking at Steve Harvey in his 70s, you're looking at Dr. Phil, that dude is 74 and he's still going, right? And you look at Warren Buffett, that man is practically 90 and he's still active. So like, I will call BS on like this whole thing of like, you need to be home more. Like, like retirement is a facade when you have a purpose. Like it does not work. You know who you married. You're with all these other couples, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm wondering if this is something that's like the other couples, like the other women, you know, they in that Hollywood elite circle. So like, who else is going to get divorced? Because she had access to a lawyer that's the best in divorce, but she's still at the house. So she don't want a divorce. Maybe it's something else that she wants from him, but having a contract or something drawn out is something that she feels like she needs to put him on a leash.
Man, I disagree just to the point because I get what you're saying as far as like somebody that's ambitious. So I agree, like they're not going to be around a lot. But I think the issue like with him is, you know, even with your limited amount of time, like he put her underneath the friends. He's going, you know what I'm saying? He's going to sporting events, chilling. Not say that you can't do that, but it's just like me personally, like I don't have a ton of time. So when I do get downtime, it's like, man, I do kick it with my wife. I'm not going to go on a guy's trip if I haven't been on a family trip. You see what I'm saying? So it's like he put her so far in the pecking order where it's just like now he wants to cry about the shit.
Because they have a reality show together. And for him, family is important. He's always uplifting his wife. Let's be honest here. These guys' trip is nothing like these women's trip. Number one. It ain't nothing like what these women be doing, because now they even have this thing for like women now have not bachelor parties anymore. They have bachelor trips, bachelorette trips. And I'm just like, aren't you getting married? How about take a trip with your husband? That's number one. Number two, Guys, we don't see each other. We don't hang out like that. The little time that we do have with each other, we're gonna have fun because kids are pulling you one way, relationships pulling you another, jobs pulling you somewhere. The only time I really see my friends really is either a birthday, Christmas, because things slow down around Christmas. I don't really see them during the whole year like that. He's of that age. They're in their 70s. Like you could have flown out with him. Right? I think
Hey Stan.
again, she's still in the house.
Get him 100. Get him 100.
100 is about relationships, marriage, and family. That's Papa Smurf. That's why
He gonna break that knowledge on you.
Yeah, 100 is Papa Smurf. He's Papa. Look, you're in your 70s. Who you gonna go? Where are you gonna go? Who wants you, boo? Who needs you, boo?
But Stan, don't that even make it worse? Like you 70 going on guys trips. Where they do? They playing bingo in another state? You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
what guys tripping again? What's a guy?
Not bingo in Vegas. That's wild.
Yeah. They go to Vegas to play bingo. Room smell like bingo. What the fuck they doing, Stan?
Yeah, we're going fishing at 70. Like, what's guys trip? Because
Wait.
y'all go to Jamaica. What y'all doing in Jamaica? Discovering what in Jamaica? When you guys go to Jamaica, ladies?
Okay,
Hey.
wait. First off,
Stan.
you can't discover something that's already been found. And then second off, just saying, I don't know. Just saying. I do have a comment because I think some men don't think this. Not like power to all the good men out there who want to be emotionally connected to their wives and wonderfully
Ain't going that far.
intimate.
No, I'm joking.
Okay.
I'm just messing with
Okay, but
Well, slow that shit up.
I think you gentlemen you guys seem like you have, not just in general, you seem like you guys would like to have an actual connection with a woman. That's delightful. But there are lots of men out here who value women more on a primal level, where they see them, especially in that age bracket, where they see them as they were as a use of being a companion to make sure you have children, your house is ran good while you're at work, all that. That is true. That's how you picked a wife to do what? There was a reason, right? In those nuclear homes.
She picked him too.
Wait, I haven't finished yet, sir. Right. So she chose to make sure, usually there's an agreement that said like, okay, you're going to do you. I know what this is. But when we get to a certain age, can we have some less time? I'll sacrifice having that time now while you're making money, while we're, still in our 20s, 30s, because we're trying to provide for children. We're trying to have this wonderful thing. But at the end of that, I would like some special time with you so we can have that intimacy. Again, if they had it before, if they had alone time that a lot of people don't get because their kids are still in the house, or if you never really got to have that. So if you make a promise to someone, especially women, we like to listen to the men, the ones who want to be there. Talking about a wife who's sitting there who wants to have her husband around, and he says, okay, hold on, I'm just gonna be busy for a couple years. Can you hold on? And she says yes. And then you turn around and you don't, oh, shit, sir, I'm running out of time here. When do I get that time? And you're not prioritizing me. I don't think there's anything wrong with her making a statement that
he retires and he's home.
I mean, why she have to wait that long? Unfortunately,
hold on. He retires. He's home more, right? There's divorce because now he's home all the time because she's not used to it. She had an answer to him, right? Look, just because somebody have enough time in the world to spend time with you, don't get it confused with the person that invests a life with you and that homeless man that you got in your bed.
Wow. So this is the other part I like to say, because y'all be doing this.
Wait, this part. Let me add on to it.
Because they be doing that. They can't switch it up. They can't switch because they do that. Then they be like, oh, you don't really want us home anyway. Okay, then that's the problem. Pick a vice, sir. Do you want you home or not?
You saying Stan is moving the goalpost? That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
She's moving the goalpost because you promised me more time, please. No.
See, and this is why these women out here don't want to listen to a man, because their words are very fickle. Because if you tell me something, stand on it as a man. If you can't stand on it, then get the fuck out of the way.
Okay, hold on.
Black changed her mind.
Wait, everybody.
For that street penis, He's homeless. He's 75 and homeless.
You see this?
And
you were talking about a homeless man who's 75.
Yes,
we talking about a grown
got.
man who has money, who has got no problem. He can go ahead and sit down. It's time.
Wait. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. Flag on the play real quick, okay? All right, I'm calling flag on this one. I ain't got no actual flag, but whatever, right? We're not gonna have a flag. Look, you gotta understand this, okay? I think the common misconception that most people think and get it mixed up is that they feel like the more time you spend with this person, the stronger the relationship would be. Have you not remembered what happened in 2020? In the year 2020?
Oh yeah,
when the divorce rate was super high. And that's because like couples who were used to being away from each other for at least like, I'll say the average of like 10 to 12 hours apart. And now you're confined in each other, right? In the same like fixed location where it's like you have to look at your wife every single moment, every single time. You wake up, you go to bed, you doing all this other stuff. And then she gets sick of you, right? Because she's like, damn, like I thought I really loved my husband, but now it's like I'm sick of seeing him every day. We're gonna go back to work. You know what I mean? Even though some people are working from home. So a lot of times spending time is not a necessary. It's not necessary.
But M3, but isn't that the goal? Because you're in love.
No, that's for women.
No,
okay?
see, now this is the problem. You just see that's a flag on the play. You just did it right then.
That's for women. So men are in love.
I'm done with y'all.
Get Watt 100. I know Watt is like he's a lover. Go on, sir. Come on, Papa Smurf.
Hey, Garrett, salutes to you.
Don't do this. This is the foolishness, tomfoolery I'm talking about.
Papa Smurf
y'all try to say when people were in COVID. First off, the goalposts have now gone way to China. At this point, COVID was something that really put in perspective the relationships that we really have. Most people are in relationships for the wrong reason, and now you have to actually sit in a room with them and confront those issues. And you didn't have to before, and that's why some people are in relationships for so long and they shouldn't be. So that has nothing to do.
Spending too much time.
That's fine. That's fine. And that's why y'all need to get divorced because she was probably sucking on somebody's other stuff anyway.
So Ms. Paula, you're saying like the coronavirus. Right, you said the coronavirus pretty much exposed like people didn't really actually like each other. Is that kind of what
yes.
Okay.
Couldn't stand each other.
It just took that time.
I think that was the issue before COVID even got here.
Oh, you think that was the issue?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the issue wasn't present before COVID even got here.
Yeah, but you could run away. You can't run away when there ain't nowhere to go.
So run away where? Judge Mathis?
Yeah, you can't go out to a friend's house. You can't go to the bar. You can't go out and just drive around. No, you will not do all that. You had to sit your ass right there in the same room or the same area with the other person. You can't run away.
I'll go to my backyard for a little while.
I mean, most people are just not. I mean, I don't see why that's an issue. You can still do that. Like it's not like COVID. It's not like COVID-19 as far as like it's expanding like full 4 years. Like after like 2 years, it was pretty much safe to go outside and do shit.
I think we're not talking about the same thing, Mr. Yeah. No, there was brought up that COVID times is.
Damn, just say 2020 times. Jeez, I mean, I don't know if it.
Because I was saying. Because maybe I jumped the gun. Maybe I didn't hear the whole thing. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, we good. I think that's what it is. Because it's like you're saying the same thing, but not.
Wait, guys, let me get to Watts real quick, right?
Yeah, get 100 in there.
Yeah.
Come on, Papa Smurf.
He's not allowed to talk.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I really feel like this is one of them situations where men prioritize their job versus their relationship. Like I've heard him give an example before about how if he can go back in time, he would spend more time with his family. I can't tell you how many OGs I've been around that say, man, if I could do it again, I wouldn't spend so much time at work. I'd be around my kids more and this, that, and the other. Like, Stan, you was talking about, oh, he might have a commitment to a contract or something like that. Like, at what point does the contract become secondary to your four walls? At some point, your four walls have to matter more than whatever your purpose is or whatever your mission is, or like whatever the fuck that is. At some point, your four walls have to matter more than that. And when you get into your 50s and 60s and you done did this for 20, 30 years and you done made X millions of dollars, like at some point you need to sit your ass down. When does that happen? And I'm not sure. I don't want to.
Yana Van Zant is 74. Do anybody tell her to sit down? Because it seems like when a man has a purpose, he needs to go sit down.
Okay, is her husband divorcing her because she's not at home? Is her husband divorcing her because she's not at home?
Okay, I'll pull another one. I don't know about her husband, right? I think her husband was not going to divorce her. But Oprah, right? Is Stedman going to leave? No, he's still there. I'm just saying, like, when women have a purpose, right, and a drive and a dream, we're supposed to support that. But it looks like when men do, men have to shut it down. We live in a post-feminist era. I'm going to call BS on that. There's a way that you can work it out. You're not poor.
I think that
travel with your man.
Stan,
with your man.
Stan, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Stan, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm low key tired of hearing niggas talking about they on their purpose. I'm low key tired of hearing niggas talk about that shit. Like I low key am, because that is the excuse for everything. I can't spend time with her because I'm on my purpose. I can't be in a relationship right now because I'm on my purpose. I can't be with my kids right now because I'm on my purpose. Shut the fuck up, bro. Like where do you find your balance? Where is your balance? There is no balance. Your purpose cannot be your primary responsibility and then turn around and say, I'm doing this for my family. Even though I only see y'all 2 or 3 days out of the month, I'm doing this for y'all. That is bullshit to me. I'm tired of hearing niggas say that shit because it's bullshit.
Niggas, yes,
it's
right?
cool to say on the surface. It's cool to say on the surface, but it doesn't make sense when you're spending all of your time. He just talked about how he working, he traveling with the homies, he's going to sporting events. Like, come on, cuz, sit down, go home, go annoy your wife at home, go piss her off at home.
Let me say this though, right? To be fair and balanced with what both you guys are saying, because I agree with Watts and I agree a little bit with Stan, right? On certain occasions. I agree with Watts because there is supposed to be a time and a place where at some given point, your purpose does have an ending point to it, and you can still go and recreate your purpose and go back to it, but you still have, once you make this person like your wife or a part of your life, that's also a part of that purpose that you can't neglect and you can't let go of. So it's like when you finish doing these things that helps sustain a potential amount of income that could help be more comfortable with it, you got to go back into your main purpose, and that's making sure that the marriage and the relationship and your families are strong, united. Like an example, one of my old supervisors, he was only able to work for a year. I'd be like, hey, his purpose was to collect his last part of retirement. But he had to retire. He couldn't stay around the job for too long because he was traveling so far. It's like a long commute. If you commute every day, you're pretty much like commuting like 100 or 200 miles per day, round trip. And so it was taking a strain on, especially when you have daughters too, right? It was taking a strain on his wife and his daughters. Now, most people in the chat will be like, "Oh, he a simp, and this is why you don't get married or whatever because they hold you back." But no, you have to be mindful that yes, you do have a purpose to be successful, to provide for. Well, I'll say help contribute for your family, because no man should be just like the sole provider of everything, right? Like women got to put their work into it as well. It's a unit. But once you've done the things that you are doing, or if that purpose that you're doing is now affecting your marital life, then you gotta think, okay, how can I readjust? Because you have only two options. Basically, you continue to follow like the purpose that you really strongly prioritize and just neglect the other and just end up like divorce, like being divorced like Judge Mathis and a few other people, you know? Or you could try to find something to have a balance. Now this is the part where I do agree with you, Stan, right? Now the part that I agree with you is that yes, unfortunately, this is like a feministic type of society where the man needs to accept when a woman is striving and she's putting her career and her purpose over her entire family. And there's women that put their purpose over their husbands and the kids. But men never have room to complain about it, because if you complain, you're considered as soft, you're considered as weak. You're going to have other people that are going to tell you, well, why don't you go get a job or do something better and put her in retirement so she could be a stay-at-home mom. I hear all these feministic comments as well, too. And I'm like, look, niggas, shut the fuck up. Bitch, shut the fuck up and go to the kitchen then, you know? But like I said, I agree on both aspects of it. I just think that, you know, we got to just really come in reality that, look, whatever we prioritize, man, like, you know, do what we need to do. But when it's time for us to spend that time, definitely spend that time. Now, if you spend the time with that woman, after when she comes, just, you know, be open up and just say, hey, like, you know, I feel neglected. We haven't spent much time with each other. Please, like, let's do this, right? Let's dedicate more time. And you're doing it. And that woman still have the nerve to complain about it. And that's a whole different conversation. And I don't even know what to fucking tell you, you know? But ultimately, you can't make no one happy. You can't make your man happy, and you cannot make your woman happy. That's all I gotta say.
Well, let me address something you were saying, M3. Mm-hmm. I think even if females are in a case where y'all talk about the feminist society, everybody should have some balance. And then I think it boils down to if that person is willing to tolerate it. Mm-hmm. So in this case, like, she's like, hey, I'm done with it, so I'm leaving. So the same thing with a guy, like guys, because I know y'all mentioned like guys don't have like a voice or nothing. You do. You don't have to tolerate shit. Because like, say if my house was out of order and somebody wasn't, you know, operating in an imbalance, then I'm gonna check it, and if that change don't happen, I'm going. So, you know, you do have that outlet. You got choices in life. But I wanted to ask Stan something. So Stan, do you think there's like a dollar amount where you like are a certain point where you should kind of stop being ambitious? Because like for Judge Mathis, it's like, man, he's already got, they say he ranges from like 5 to 25 million. So
No, I don't think there's a dollar amount. What I'm saying is this, like, because he's still gonna fight for the marriage, and I'm like, go for it and do it. They're still in the same household, they're still in the same house, so there's a chance it could work, right? He has to finish his contract. That's the thing he signed into. He needs to knock it out, and then after that, when everything is done, you have to change it up. But, you know, he can change it up and learn from his buddies, because he's in that elite circle when those men could say like, hey, you can do this. You don't need to travel out anymore. You can have everything done at your house and have a studio. They do have a reality show, right? So his wife is now making money as well. So the whole family's making money. Season 2 is going to come up. Work on within the family. Go to Dr. Phil. Because you up there. Because you up there where the upper, you know, the triple millionaires, about to be a billionaire. You have a certain level. You got to talk to your friends and see what's going on and how their marriages work and develop that network. We're living longer. We're living up to 120 nowadays. They got that good health care. Work it out. Do the vacations. Go see the grandkids. I don't know what they need to do, but he's going to fight it. I'm happy that he's going to fight it. Call me a simp. I don't care. It's September. Hallmark is here. I'm all for love.
So let me ask the panel, and we could go around and get everybody's answer. Do y'all think he was like genuine, that he would make the changes Do y'all think? Did y'all sense that from him, or did it seem like he was kind of bullshitting? Let me start with 100.
Of course, he's gonna think he's bullshitting. I think he was genuine.
Look,
I
look,
think he was
fam.
bullshitting too.
Look, does he really want to keep his wife? Yes, sure. He wants to keep his wife. But if you listen to what he said, he told her when they came to LA to start filming, he was going to change his actions and all of the other shit so he can spend more time at home. But this motherfucker's still at the airport flying out to go to a game. So clearly he has something he wants to keep doing. The problem is you're communicating with her saying, all right, baby, just give me 6 more months. Let me finish this contract out. I'm going to sit my black ass down. But during that 6 months, instead of you going to work, now you're doing extra shit. So you went from working on being in the house to doing extra shit. And I don't know about you. I find it hard to believe that when somebody's up like that they're going to start dialing shit down. You're going to go out less. You got all this money. You're going to go out less. You're going to be around people less. You're not going to want to be seen in the public. And most of this, honestly, like now that I'm listening to y'all talking about the reality show, this feels like a reality show rollout now at this point. Like, ain't nobody about to get divorced. They just try to get some numbers for their show.
Oh, damn.
That's what this feels like now at this point.
Miss Polly, do you think he was genuine with it?
Yeah, I think he was. I think intentionally he was. The intention is to do the right thing. But I don't know. It depends. You know, some people can't get out of that habit of putting somebody else second all the time because they always feel like that person's going to be there no matter what. And they're going to keep pushing the envelope until someone gets out of pocket. I think this is an extreme measure. But if she doesn't follow through, then he's going to always continue.
Okay.
Garris. Is it Garris or Jarvis? I'll be stay butchering his name. We're gonna start calling him G.
Is he still here?
G, you there? All right, I'll just go. What about you, M3? You think he was genuine with it?
Oh yeah, like I said before, I think he was genuine. Like, especially like at the moment like this, like I feel like like he really want to get his wife back. I think he also sees now that the actions that he have taken, because he saw the consequences. Like I really think he could really make a turnaround if he really just kind of like I don't know what to really say about it, because it's like I don't want to say like prove his worth or like now fulfill his promise, because it still sounds like kind of weak to me. But I think that like the remorse that he feels is definitely genuine. The other thing too, like I'm looking at the people in the chat, they say like, if he spent if time spent is the issue, then they should be more adult about it. Meaning that why does it have to lead to a divorce because of it? And then She Stole My Thunder thinks that it was a bit of BS, but a bit of authenticity. But she thinks that there's more deeper issues that's going on.
What about you, Stan? You think he was genuine?
He has tears. Yes, he is doing the Boys to Men bridge. I'm gonna lay down my life because you are my wife. Yeah, so.
I'm 100 on this. I think it was BS, man. I'm gonna keep it real. I think he wants to hold on to her like a possession type thing, man. Like I want that person there, but he clearly don't want to change. That's the issue I kind of have when we were talking earlier. It's like, man, that's why I do think it's kind of weak, man. Where I think he needs to make a decision. I think he needs to actually sit down with himself and be like, dude, I like my life. I like my traveling. I like being ambitious. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's like, man, you can't have it all. And I think that's what he kind of wants right now, where he's just like,
have it all.
He wants to keep her there, but he wants to clearly go and kick it. So I think at this point, he just needs to be realistic. Like, you know what? I like my lifestyle the way it is right now. And shit, I'm gonna go kick it and hang out. But it seemed like he wants it all collectively, and he wants her to go along with it, but she ain't down with it no more.
But you can have it all. You're supposed to have it all.
Oh, I see. There you go.
Right? That's what he worked for.
He did
'Cause what
not
was the
work for
question?
him to have all the benefits and nobody else to have none. That don't make sense.
So in their case now, like if y'all looking at it, do y'all think they should get a divorce?
No.
Stan be saying all this, but he don't even get nobody chance. They don't do what he want them to do.
I don't want
Kick them to the boot to the door.
I don't want them to get a divorce. I want them to work it out.
Yeah, I'm with Stan too. Like, my hope is for, you know, especially black couples to work out their differences. But if there's no like, I mean, ultimately it's up to the woman. Okay, I'm just gonna put it all on them. It's up to them because they're the ones who always initiate for the divorce. So honestly, they need to work it out with Jesus. You know what I mean? And then after when they work out with Jesus, then they need to come back and try to work out with the men. So, but if it's not meant to be, then all I can say is that maybe she's, I wouldn't say for the streets, but maybe she's for the retirement home. So,
What about you, 100? You think that they should divorce or they should work it out?
I truly believe that if he is not going to change his actions, they should get divorced. Because the problem is, it seems as though he's sitting down in a room with her and having a conversation and saying, all right, this is what I'm going to do. These are my plans. And then deviates from the plan. He's the one deviating from the plan. So what is she supposed to do? Just continue letting this nigga veer off course? She's supposed to just keep following this nigga off track. Like she said, yo, we supposed to be going to Houston, but you headed towards New Mexico right now. Like, what's up, bro? Like, you said we going somewhere, but you doing some other shit. At what point, like I hear all these people on all these panels talk about accountability. He has to be accountable for his shit. This man is standing in the airport after already being served a divorce, talking about, yeah, my wife telling me I need to spend more time at home. You see, obviously, I can't sit my black ass down. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro.
But they're working on their friendship.
What are we doing? Look, bro, I never try to project my shit onto other people. I know what that looks like. I know what it looks like to be at work 65, 70 hours a week, to be going home. You're tired. You don't feel like doing no intimate shit. I don't feel like being romantic. I'm not about to rub your feet. I'm not running. Like, I'm not helping you wash no dishes. I know what that shit look like. And that shit gets old. After a certain point in time, that shit gets old. It's gonna only so many times your wife is gonna look at you and be like, look, my G, I know you working, but I need you to find some balance somewhere here, cuz like you gotta slow down at some point. Like at some point you gotta start focusing on these four walls. I know what that shit look like. And it don't look like he's trying to slow down at all. And if she wants change, like, come on, man. And if we talking about age, she coming up on that. I ain't, knock on wood, I ain't about to wish that on nobody, but clearly she closer to the end of life than she is at the beginning of it. So she ain't got a bunch of time to be waiting for him to spend another 5-10 years to be doing this bullshit before he finally want to spend time with her. If he ain't gonna change, she need to go ahead and just leave it. Chunk the deuce. Call it a day.
No, that's a good point, 100. I didn't think about it till you mentioned that. It's like, man, they are in their 60s, so she's definitely got to be feeling a certain way to be trying to jump out in the market at that age. Because, yeah.
Hey, if 3 said, hey, if she gonna go to the retirement home and throw in a circle, that's what it is.
3 said the retirement home. What was you saying, Miss Polly?
I was saying the idea that, if they get divorced, what's she gonna do? But then she would look bad if she was still married and he wasn't paying her attention, and she went to go seek out attention though. Then she'd be the bad one if she didn't get a divorce. So then she went out hanging out with somebody else, then he'd be crying about that. So it's like, you better get a divorce than to, she's saving him because that's his reputation. You want me to go out here and go hang out with somebody else and do what I'm gonna do, or you want me to do it after we get a divorce? And let's make some choices here. Make some choices.
No,
She's actually saving him. She's saving him because she could just go out here and say, fuck it, man, we gonna stay married. I'm gonna still get this guap, this money, still be spending, doing what I'm doing, and I'm gonna go still hang out with somebody else. So go enjoy yourself.
Yeah, I agree with you because it's like she's almost doing it the right way. Because I think sometimes, man, there's people, man, they'll stay with you and use you, man. So it's kind of showing that she kind of stick around and use them like that.
40 years.
You know
Nobody cares about your time. Your job doesn't care about you. When you say 40 years, they say you're done. Get out of here. They don't care. When do they start caring?
And you know what's a trip? Like for some people, it's like you putting all the groundwork into it to make sure that not just you become successful, you know, and financially successful and, you know, stable, but you know, you're helping the other person. Like, what have she done to actually contribute? You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, like,
this is they turn it around. They turn it around. It don't matter what you do, girl, ladies. You always going to be wrong.
Drizzle. Shout out to L3. He's like, look,
he's old.
I gave you 40 years. I gave you time.
That's like 4 years of wealth, man. And I know like money's not everything, but it just shows that you're not content and you're not grateful because the man has really poured out his entire life, right? He had to, you know, you had to get educated. You had to get the credentials. You had to do what you needed to do in order for you to even get.
But M3, she did the same thing.
Did what? What did she do to make?
She's a judge too.
She's a judge too.
Yeah, but
yes.
Yeah, look this up. I didn't know that.
Show together. That's her fault. They could have a show together.
So it's okay that she did the same exact thing. It doesn't make sense.
TV judge. They could have a show together. You see?
No, you don't want no show together. This is BS. So when someone tells you somebody else did the same sacrifice, now the voice has changed.
Hold on. How you know if he don't want to have a show work together? Maybe she's not mentally mentally able, right? No, I won't say able, but maybe the mental capacity, right, isn't as broad as he is, or maybe the drive is not as broad.
This sounds like a woman conversation with a lot of emotion because every time I give you, every time I make a comment, there's always a reason why you can continue to do foolishness, and that is not okay.
Well, guess what, Miss Polly?
Not today.
Guess what? Well, isn't it that time?
I tell you, I don't like arguing with these women out here. I don't do it at work. I don't do it here.
You're gonna find out what men think for the rest of your lives.
No.
Deal with it.
Dying and all that. No, I don't hear. Every time I say something to you, there's always a reason why you can continue to be foolish. Absolutely not. No.
No. They work together then. There you go.
No, teardrops. You said what you said. Stand on it.
I definitely don't recommend that. I definitely don't recommend that. If you're telling me if you're telling me that the problem in our relationship is time spent together, the answer to that is not start working together. That's not the fucking answer.
Okay, why is that?
Nah.
I don't know why. What's that dynamic about? What goes on?
Okay, so if me and my woman are saying that we need to spend more time together and we decide to start working together, if we both put ourselves into it 100% the way that we need to in order for this to work, that doesn't mean personal time is going to come from this. Because I'm at work, you're at work. We have something we're trying to accomplish while we're at work. Hey, you're responsible for folding up all the t-shirts and putting them in boxes. I'm responsible for putting all the labels on them and getting them to the post office so we can get them mailed out. Right? We're focused on a goal, not each other right now. Working together, that's not it. So then, for example, if something happens where she accidentally put the wrong shirts in the wrong box and you put the wrong labels on the wrong boxes and shit, now y'all arguing about some shit that don't got shit to do with y'all relationship.
Okay, but then you go home, you build a relationship.
So now you're going to go home in your personal life and argue about the shit that you was arguing about at work on top of the shit that you was arguing about because both of y'all was at work all day and she didn't wash the dishes. So now y'all arguing about that too.
You got dishwashers. That's who wash dishes and paper plates. I mean, like
both of you motherfuckers is trolling today. That's what it is.
I'm with
both of y'all trolling
100
today,
though, man. Because it's like it will compile. Because like honestly, man, I'm kind of stubborn at work too. I'll mess around and fire my wife. Then like what 100 is saying, you know, it's like, man,
you would not.
Like, all right, you clocking in late for lunch. Who the fuck you think you are?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you. I'm going to tell you. I'm telling you this from personal experience. I have fired someone I'm dating from my job because she be coming to work on bullshit. She shows up to work thinking that we have a personal relationship is going to bode well for her while we at work. Hey, look, I know you bent it over for me last night, but I still need you to wipe this table off for me, yo. Like, go wipe the fucking table.
Oh wait, hold on.
And when you tell her that,
wow.
Yeah. Go ahead, Walt.
And when you tell her that, she feeling the way because I'm supposed to be your woman. Why I gotta wipe the tables? Like, come, look, stop arguing with me. You know what? Matter of fact, don't even worry about it. I'm gonna find somebody else to just do the job you're doing because this ain't working for us. This is making our shit worse. I have literally fired someone I'm dating for this reason.
You guys dated afterwards? I can imagine you guys going
I agree with 100 because I'm the same way, man. Like, you got to separate that stuff out. And a lot of times, like in the military, we used to say like, the wives that wear the husband's rank and shit. And like he said, they have that somewhat of that entitlement, you know, of like, oh, he's the manager, so worse. You know what? I get special rights. Damn that.
Ain't nothing worse than a full bird colonel's wife.
Okay, wait. Personal. Okay, quick question, Watts. Right, when you fired your woman, did that lead to like a breakup or just a full blown argument when you got home?
No. Plenty of arguments.
She probably was like, okay, like you want me to wash the dishes? You know, here's the dishes right here. She's gonna probably be like, you do it yourself.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Even still to this day, sometimes, look, I'm not gonna lie to you. Even still to this day, sometimes when we talk, she still brings it up. I don't really think you should have fired me. Okay, look, either I was going to fire you or we were both going to get fired. So what would you rather me do? Because if I let you come to work and continue doing this half-ass bullshit that you're doing, my boss is going to look at me like I don't know how to control my staff. So now I'm supposed to appease you and let you keep the job so we both get fired, because they're gonna fire you because you're not doing the job, and then they're gonna fire me because I let you come to work half-assing. So what do you want me to do? Are we about to lose 2 incomes or 1? You can take your ass and go find another job.
But what happened to communication?
He gave her firm. He was actually effective in his communication when he put her ass in check.
But that was decision, though. That was not communication. That was decision.
No, there was communication. There was communication. There was communication on the ride home when I said, "Hey, babe, you know I love you, but you know today you was kind of like moving a little slow around the building today. Like I kind of need you to pick that up a little bit for me, love." Well, how come and why? See, you know what? I don't even feel like doing all that shit, because when it's another employee, I'm not about to listen to you doing a bunch of talking when I'm trying to coach you. When I'm trying to coach you and tell you how to do your job better, I'm not about to listen to you doing a bunch of talking. And just because you my woman don't mean I'm gonna give you the pass to sit here doing all this fucking talking. I'm trying to coach you right now. I'm not trying to, this ain't a dialogue. I'm trying to give you the information you need so that way neither one of us get fired. And if you don't want to receive that, peace. I love you. What you want for dinner? But you ain't got to bring your ass back to this job no more, though.
Shout out to 100. See, this is leadership. And this is how Judge Mathis should have been. And that's why I said he was weak earlier in the airport crying and shit, going on guys' trips. Shout out to 100. You made my day, man.
But you know what's a key component, right? And this is what I respect about you, 100, right? If you notice, right, and this is why I had to ask that question, like, did that ever lead to a breakup? And the answer was no. So even if, his girl got into her emotions, got upset, led to a bunch of arguments, by the end of the day, she still stayed. Because what he just showed, right? And, I would say maybe it was a subconscious thing. You know how dudes in the manosphere will always be like, yeah, man, like I applied this red pill on her, right? No. Like he just stood on business because like you just that dude. And she saw that. She respected him for that. Even though she didn't appreciate it, but she had no choice but to respect it. And women, right, will stay with men, right, who they respect.
And what's good, Smitty? But one thing I wanted to capture what 100 said that I liked, man. He broke down logic to her. And I think that's a lot of times like people fly off the hinges. And that's why I said he had good communication. Because he was like, when he broke down the scenario, like, hey, you keep stepping out of order, you're going to get fired and you're going to fire both of us. Now we in a bad situation. So like, nah, you need to handle your shit. And I need to be in this position because, you know, how it could look like to the other employees, how it could look like to my bosses. So that's why I'm saying he stayed in like what they say frame and all that bullshit, but communicated her like the logic of the whole situation. And I think that's why he did a good job in that whole thing. He's like, nah, you can't take down the whole ship because you want to be out of order. So he could have easily like accommodated her and let kind of her like get away with stuff. And it easily could have put him and her in a bad position. So
okay.
Nah, I thought.
Okay, here's something. As a single man, I thought that was the goal to, one, build a life together. Two, the dream is always to have business or make money together. But now I'm hearing something completely different. What's going on here? Then what's the purpose of a relationship then? I thought relationships, that was the goal of relationships, was to spend 24 hours, 24/7 together for the rest of our lives.
Shit, now in California, go somebody make money together.
Damn.
No, Stan, I know what you're saying because yeah, that was like I think for like the whole past year, I always heard people like, you build a business and you let her work in there, and I'm like, man, you need some separation. Maybe some people could do it. That's fine and dandy, but I think for the most part, man, you got to have like separate identities. I think yeah, your relationship is about like the companionship, intimacy part, but it don't have to be like, oh, I got to go build a business and let you work on there. It's like, nah, man, what do you want to do? Do you go start your business? I'll go have my situation over here. And then, you know, our time away from that, that's the part we need to focus on. So yeah, nah, I'm with 100. Like I'm just too harsh, man. When I'm in my like leadership type situations at work, you know, my wife, she's in a leadership capacity also. So it's just like, I think sometimes, like you said, people were pitching all that stuff. Yeah. It's just like, no, man, you guys can have your own separate identity and still have respect for each other and all that other stuff. So nah, that is a good point. Cause yeah, people do always be pitching that. I'm like, nah, you do need some separation.
Well, they say like power couple goals. That's where that comes in, right? Because like, oh, you live with Jay-Z and Beyonce now, just going on for decades, right? Be like Will and Jada. We already seen how that worked out. And right? So it's like everybody like gotta have power couple goals. You know, that's the goal. You're supposed to do everything together. Write books, take trips, book conferences. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think you need to focus on success. Cause like I said, man, my wife, she's in an executive role. I'm in one, but we're like totally completely different like industries. So, you know, we'll come home, she'll give me like, man, I was working on this happened. What you think about that? So we'll like pick each other's brain on certain things, but nah, it's good that we both can excel in our different lanes. And, you know, we leave that shit at work where it's just like you said, as far as power couples, it's like, nah, you know what? We just want to be successful because we understand finances. Like, hey, we both move up. That benefits the house. That's why we're doing this. We're not doing this because of our own ego or anything like that. We just understand like, hey, we keep on going to this. We build on to legacy. You know, we could take trips with each other when we get some downtime. You know, we could, you know, invest so we could retire earlier. So we got it planned around that situation versus like, I think sometimes people go about it egotistical, like you said, and feel like, oh, this person got to do what I do. They can't have their own separate identity, you know, and a lot of it is based out of, I think, a lot of fear too. Because I be here, yeah.
I didn't think about the fear aspect of it.
Yeah, some insecurities, because I hear a lot of people talking about it, like, oh, if she goes and works with somebody else, man, she's going to find somebody else. I'm like, well, shit, if somebody got that mindset, they going to do it anyways. Like, I ain't about to sit there be mentally fucking myself up because somebody might do something. It's like, man, if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. But my job is to make sure like I'm excelling. I ain't worried about that shit, you know. So it's
Yeah.
like you gotta mentally block that stuff up, and it's just like, hey, I'm gonna do my part. That person don't do their part, and I see it's going in an imbalance. Then I'm gonna move on, man. It's just that simple. Because you can't make nobody like you. So yeah, that's why I just like, as far as the title, I don't agree with like, because me and my wife was actually even debating this morning. She was like, well, I don't mind if people fight for each other. I'm like, you're not supposed to fight for somebody. Somebody wants to leave, then you just let them leave. Like, you could make changes and stuff.
But I think she wants him to fight, right? Because she didn't leave the house.
But do you think people should fight for people?
Yeah, because he said, like,
so?
now we're building our friendship. That's what he said. He said, we're building our friendship. We're working on it. So I think, when you staying home, but you sent the letter of like, hey, we're going to get a divorce. I need you to change, but she didn't leave. That's pretty smart on her part. Because she like, look, I ain't have no helpers coming up in here, Margarita, Senorita. Give me the guap 5,000, and then.
Oh, so you did that? That was a delayed tactic. You said, like, she sent the letter like, I want to leave him with some hope so he don't move on too fast.
Yes, that was pretty smart of her. Like, that is smart. I give it to her. And maybe she wants to go back to Detroit. Who knows, right? Because they're in LA now, and maybe she doesn't like the circle. Because that is a different circle. Like, Southern California is very different, or LA is different.
Well, my man Denzel told what's his name? He's like, shit, at LA, you got to leave an hour before the devil come or something like that. He said some wild shit be going on out there.
And also, I have to say this: California got more flakes than Kellogg's.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Right. So if you come from like the East Coast and the South, you have to find your own people in the West Coast to make it work. So maybe she just don't like the adjustment. Maybe that's it. And also they want to be with the grandchildren because the kids are out. They're married. They want family around more. So I want him to fight for it. Sometimes you do got to fight. Just a little bit.
I just think, man, I think you got to be genuine with your changes. Because that's where me and my wife was bumping heads a little bit till I broke it down to her. I was just like, I don't agree with the fighting part because I just think like if you want to make changes, this should be for yourself. You should be like analyzing yourself. You should be making that assessment and be like, okay, you know what? I do need to change because I do see the errors in my ways. And I think if you change for somebody, typically what happens is, like I said, people would do it just to keep that person there for a while. And then typically they'll just like drift back to their old ways. So that's what I'm saying. If he's got to make that assessment for himself. Like, man, I truly do want to fix everything. And, I am going to change. But it's like, if he's like, nah, I still kind of do want to be ambitious. I want a couple more shows. You know what? I like pushing myself. That's fair too. But it's just like, at that point, then it's just like, you might not just need to be in a marriage then.
Ooh, no. I almost said that. No. Because here's something. I remember like when Tyrese did a show a couple weeks ago with, I forgot that. And he felt like when men hurt when they get divorced and nobody check up on them. I can't see Judge Mathis being solid after a divorce.
You don't think so?
Without him like thinking about, and I know people like, 40 years when your job lets you go, that's it. But like marriage is a little different because you spent this like 4 decades, and then there's children and there's memories and there's friends. That's why I want him to go ahead and like, yo, if you gotta change, you gotta change. You gotta do this, fight for it. Like, because it's like, what else are you gonna do after this? And I know there's like, he's gonna be like, check in to Thailand, and we might find out next year that something happened to him because, he got bopped at Brazil. He got 145 kids in the Dominican Republic. But like in reality, like when if you look at that photo when he got married, it was like, I finally got her, like Steve Urkel. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's his prize. He really loved his wife. So I want him to fight. I want him to go get it. And You know, again, I'm a sucker for love. I won't be like this until February 15th. I'm sorry, people.
Oh yeah. But dude, at 60, man, do y'all think people could really change like that?
Early,
Oh, go ahead. 100.
fuck no. See, and that's what I was about to say earlier in the conversation when you said you think fighting for his relationship. When you said fighting for his relationship was weak, I was like, damn, SJ, like, why you do him like that? But now, like, listening to you, it's like, yeah, no, like, this shit weak, bro. Like, fighting for what? He don't need to fight for nothing. Either correct your actions or continue doing what you're doing. Those are the two options. There is no fighting. It's either make the change or just keep on doing what you're doing. It's like, no, this man is 60 years old, dog. Yeah, imagine how long it took for him. I'm just trying to envision.
I'll go ahead, 100.
Go ahead.
No, I'm saying the fight is more. The fight.
I'm just trying to envision how long it took for him to be able to build himself up, to be able to do what he's doing. Right? How long did you have to work and do that TV show and do these traveling joints to be able to afford getting on the plane every other weekend? How long did you have to bust your ass to be able to afford and be able to enjoy the things that he's enjoying now? And you gonna just give it up? No. Fuck no. Even though he's 60-some, he's still getting some 20-year-old box while he out on the road. I'm almost willing to guarantee it.
That's what I'm saying, man. You ain't going on no guys trips. What y'all doing out there? Like, y'all hollering, man. Stop playing. This man is, he's stuck in his ways, man. He ain't trying to be sitting around. He just wants it all, man. He's like latching on to her out of like, it's like convenience, man. With people like that, when they have that person, but man, he don't want that, man. He want that flamboyant lifestyle. It's like, man, go enjoy that. That's the weak part. Like 100 laid out. It's like, he's weak, man, because he don't want to make a decision. It's like, man, make that decision, man up. You can't cry and then keep continuing on the action. And that's what he's doing right now. It's like, man, you're causing your own misery right now. Man, just go on that edge, man. Fly out. You want to be just like you said, you want them kids in Dominican DR. You want to be slinging it, man. You famous, dog. Like, enjoy your life. But
or could it
go on the other side.
His third option, gonna put everything together with the third option.
Oh, okay.
Or could it be the fight isn't that he needs to fight his wife? It's the fight that he has to fight for himself and fight against the routine of always being busy.
Yeah, that's the fight. He's got to fight his own temptations and desires. Shit. So my man got some internal fighting he got to do. It ain't no fight for no damn relationship.
He ain't cheating. He's too in love.
I'm not saying, I'm just, allegedly, because let's throw that out there.
The whole thing of like flying out, being active, always shooting a show, like, is that something he has to fight? That's the fight.
Yeah,
I'm thinking of, like, he has to fight, he has to pivot, he has to change. Can he change? I'm like, yeah. But like, that's the whole thing. Like, you always work. And now somebody tells you to stop, but all you know is work. So that's something that that's his own fight that he has to take, I think.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
And that's an excuse.
Absolutely.
See, there's no winning if you watch Papa Smurf. You have to have some understanding. He has to fight that stuff, right? For him to sit down and say, like, look, hey, you guys
look, man, I just don't, I lack empathy.
That's not true.
I lack empathy for people who are able to build something for their life.
Yeah.
No. My empathy, I have none for people who are able to go out in the world and build something for their life the way that he is. And you're telling me the one problem you have is your relationship? Bro, I don't feel bad for you. Get the fuck out of here.
But it's not feeling bad,
fuck out of
right?
here.
But can you help somebody to like, hey, look, you got to stop? Because overall, like, at one point, all of us got to retire sometime, right? If you're so active all the time, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're always active, you always have something to do. It's kind of like when somebody, for example, because like my mother has got a stroke, right? And I had to learn like her world was so much bigger, but now it's smaller because she has a stroke and she's limited. So I'm looking at like, okay, you've been this active person and your world was bigger, but now your world's going to be smaller because you got to retire. And I'm wondering like, yo, do we have those tools to help people understand like your life is not over, it's just changed for him. And I'm looking at it at a different way, not, you know what I'm saying? People like that, like for us as men, like, do we help other men understand that? Like, your life is not done. It's just different. Like, focus on the grandchildren, focus on your kids, help them build their life, help them get the house, help them understand how the world works before you exit this world. Like, you know, stuff like that. Because I'm wondering, does he know that? Like, this is like the stage of life to accept this and to like honor his life by doing this. That's all I'm just asking.
You don't think he understands that, Stan? This is a man
I
that
would
like made it to the
understand what you're
1%.
saying.
I don't
If
think he,
Oh, go
Watts
ahead,
said-
Hunter. No, go
at the
ahead.
airport. Watts said like, and I agree with Watts. He's at the airport knowing what he needs to do, but he's like, here I am flying again. But I'm crying for my wife. Well, so you have this, what's that called? That cognitive dissonance that's going on, but you still going out, right? Like Watts said, like that's true. Can't deny that.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's my thing. It's like, you know, a lot of people play like naive and dumb to stuff, but it's just like, man, you know what you really want. And it's just like, man, you got to go on that path. You got to just make that decision. You can't drag everybody with you and stuff, because it's kind of unfair to other people when, you know, you kind of don't know what you want. So like his wife is kind of letting him know, like, hey, man, this is what I wanted. And like Watts was saying, like he kept on kind of reneging on that. So, you know, now people start putting on the crying and stuff, making everybody kind of feel compassionate towards him and stuff. And it's just like, dude, man, come on, man, either change or not. this stuff ain't like rocket science. So it's just like, sometimes I think people play it up. You know, it's like when everything starts blowing up, that's when they start going on there, oh, I want to make the change, I want to do this. But it's like, man, you 64 years old, man, like I would just embrace it. I'd be like, hey, man, this is how I am. I understand if you want to leave, you know, apologize and let's go our ways, man. Like,
right. No, I agree with you. Like, what, you know, like,
Stan, you got some pushback for that?
Now, I was going to just say, like, before the flame becomes like a forest fire, yeah, put it out as much as you can, as soon as possible. So if you know that you're doing wrong and you feel like, hey, okay, I have time to make it better, make it up to her, then just do those things. It don't have to be like significant, but as long as like, you know, you putting the work in to let like your wife know that you really love her, you really care for her, and you're making an effort to make the marriage more solid, then by all means, like, do it. But don't go and try to fix it now, since like, you know, it's become like a bigger issue and more into the public eye, when something that was private maybe at one point could have easily been resolvable.
Oh, that's a good point.
Hey, can you read that last post that she stole my thunder?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Stan.
Oh no, go ahead. I don't have my glasses on.
Yeah, I'll read it. So she stole my thunder. She been cooking all day. I was about to say night. I'm so but I was about that's why the self-deletion rates in men at retirement age is doing nothing but growing, since so many men feel useless and have nothing to work towards. They feel they have no purpose.
And September is self-deletion.
that's why you goofy niggas need to stop talking about your purpose, because either one, y'all don't have a real end to your purpose, or two, as soon as your purpose is over, you feel like you have no value. That's why, bro, that purpose shit, we gonna have to figure out a new word or whatever the fuck. But purpose is killing y'all. Because last time I checked, the last time I was taught, we all as men go out here in the world to go build this career, to do these things, to get to retirement. Your goal is to get to retirement age. The goal is to go bust your ass at work, so when your kids get into high school age, you can sit your ass down. You can go to all of their games. You can go to all of their recitals. I thought that's what the goal was. I was under the impression that was what the idea of a purpose was. But these motherfuckers can't accept that. And that's why they're deleting themselves, because they think that the only value they have is being out in the world busting their ass, when their real purpose should be inside of those 4 fucking walls. But that's just me.
No, I'm gonna add on to this, right? The problem is that, like, when you go into like school and you're getting taught by these teachers, you're always being taught how to be a working man, to work for someone else's ultimate purpose. Again, like you said, retirement, or basically to work for the purpose for someone to enjoy life with residual income. A lot of people don't get it because they feel like the more they work, the more money they have, the happier they will be. But honestly, there's no happiness that will compare to financial freedom when you have residual income. Sorry, not just residual, but you have passive income, that you're making without even have to trade in your time for that money. You know what I mean? So a lot of people that's like 100 and like 30 years old, like old as Warren Buffett, you know what I mean, still out there living because he's still enjoying his life. Yeah, like he worked in whatever that he did, but he's also investing to the point where he don't need to trade his time in for money. Money is like his bitch now. Like he got it like a slave. It's working for him and it's passing more general income towards him. So he could, I don't know if he still have his wife or whatever, right? I will assume that she's probably alive or whatever.
He got several wives,
okay. So multiple wives. So he's living by the Bible, the Old Testament. So his multiple wives, right? If one wife is down, he got like 4 more to go, right? The point is that like he have all the time in the world to spend time with his wives. And here's the thing. And if one day, like maybe his wives is like, okay, hey, I'm tired of your old ass, like looking at your ass around or whatever, then he could go ahead and hang out with his boys and play bingo or go on some type of vacation or whatever.
His boys are dead.
Huh?
His boys are dead.
Well, look, man, if you have a dog that's still
ruining your whole feel, M3. Three over here cooking and Stan just.
Our time with each other is like, man, I'll see you next year if God willing, because it's not even, we don't hang out like that, you and the boys. When that happened, last time that happened, I was had to be at least 22, 23. All of us either became baby daddies, had to work, got girlfriends, we moved around. Like, no, men don't hang out like that.
We don't really hang out like that in general. Like, so without being the baby daddy or having wives or girlfriends, men kind of operate. We don't do like these guys trips or whatever. Like to us, it's like it's nothing. We don't have value into that. But women have all these values into like the girls trips or whatever because they do girl shit. But and we do.
As far as the purpose thing, 100 one day, man, we might have to on one of those Toxic Tuesdays break that down because I like what you were saying about the purpose thing because people do be saying it, and it needs to be. I don't think there's an issue with the word. I definitely think that people are misusing it, like you saying, because they do be spitting out the purpose, and I think what's happening with people, what Stan is kind of touching on, and she stole my thunder. I think people made their jobs their identity. And they never found identity outside of the job because it's just like 100 was right, man. My whole focus was like amass as much wealth and assets so I can retire at a certain age. And damn it, I don't know about y'all, but I could find some stuff to do around me. Like, I don't know when people be like, man, I can't find nothing to do. Shit, I got 100 different things, but they ain't gonna be working at a certain age. So yeah, maybe we just need to get back to redefining it. Like, definitely, man, be ambitious, move yourself up, put into your legacy, but also, man, understand like there's supposed to be an end date to that, and you work yourself up to that, and you got to adjust to, getting different activities, man. Go to the gym, like go hiking, something, shit. But
man, I'll give you one example real quick. When I was off for summer, like I had all the time in the world to do anything that I wanted to do. And that time when I was off from work, I was making the most passively. I mean, courtesy of the, stock market, but there's so much things that you could really get into. So many activities you could get into, like when you're not like just focusing, dedicating time and just working so much, especially once you're already established. My bad, Watts. Go ahead. Oh, Watts. Go ahead.
I think that as I'm listening right now, my brain is processing that. I think a lot of people have a problem internally, because like me personally, it's easy as fuck for me to sit in the house with a bowl of popcorn and my TV by myself with nobody around and be good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So retirement come and you have a problem being by yourself. Retirement come and you have a problem sitting your little ass down on that motherfucking couch. That like the need to be outside and the need to be around other motherfuckers and the need to be doing something that gathers some kind of validation, I think is a problem. Because again, me personally, I look forward to hitting 60 years old and finally getting that financial freedom and being able to do nothing. Yo, there is nothing better than doing nothing to me. To be doing nothing, I'm talking about nothing. That shit is amazing to me. And I think a lot more people need to be comfortable with that to accept retiring and sitting your little ass down. Because fam, at what age, like, come on, at some point, there has to be an age where you too old to be doing this shit. And crying on camera, you have to be too old to be crying on camera when you're in your 60s. I'm just saying.
Facts. Yeah, we definitely we got the Toxic Tuesdays coming up with this sisterhood, but that following one, maybe we need to do that purpose one. 100 got to come through on that one.
Right.
Yeah, I think people have a dependency, like you're saying, 100, a dependency on other people, man. And then I think that's what causes like that depression. Is just like, man, when they can't figure out stuff to do, that's what causes the issue. So I think you're spot on, like that validation you was talking about.
Also want to add something else about depression. We also forget that with age, you got hormonal balances and also your brain chemistry changes. You're not active. You're not really active. Like always sitting in the car, driving and stressing. You got to take care of your health. Get the blood work. And I want to put this disclaimer for anybody that's feeling anything, because this month is self-deletion month awareness. Please contact your doctor. Please call 911 or 311 and get some help that you need to get. It's okay. Everybody else is going through this. It's not only you. It's just important that you know that you're not alone. Please get some help. That's all I want to put out, that disclaimer.
Thank you, Stan.
You kind of fucked me up with that one.
Huh?
You kind of fucked me up with that one.
What you mean?
No, you kind of fucked me up with that one. I didn't. That wasn't part of my perspective at all, because you're not wrong. When you get older, like your brain starts working a little different. You're producing less testosterone. Like your body's changing. So I didn't even have that in my perspective before. So you kind of fucked me up with that one. I got to kind of think on that.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'll say this: like sometimes retirement is scary for men, because for example, my gym, right? When men retired and you're like, hey, what happened to George? And you find out George just got cancer. I'm like, he just retired 6 months ago. Or this other, like Jorge just passed away. And then one guy told me, he's like, yo, God wants you to be active. You can retire, but you're supposed to be active. And a lot of times men forget that, like, you're put on earth not to sit down and play golf 24/7 to watch Texas Walker Ranger for 24 hours. But I didn't, a lot of times mentors are so important, because, I'm at that stage where, I'm enjoying the time I have with my little one, and also the cousins and the nephew and nieces, seeing them in middle school and catching them when they graduate from college. This is the time for me to put more into them as opposed to me and my friends or whatever. But like I love this life that I'm in now, where I'm like enjoying to see the growth in children in my family, and it's like it's dope, and I love the family trips. I just love it, right? But a lot of times, some men they see that, but I think that's the part where we to grow a brotherhood to help men transition in different stages in their life, and that's my only request for like the future, that we do help each other out with that.
That's a good man. That's a good way to kind of end it. You know what I mean?
So we think we need to do a show on purpose, and then also like things you could do in retirement. Because there's one thing you said, Stan, about the testosterone changes. Can you look up stuff that people could do to like? I know you mentioned some of the activities and stuff, but yeah, we can break this down.
Do
man.
Squats, man, guys, do some
You
squats.
said some squats.
Do squats, do push-ups. When you do push-ups, a lot of times when people take the blue pill, I ain't gonna say no name because they ain't paying for this podcast, and y'all be
I'm gonna unplug them, man. We gonna reach out. We can see Cialis.
Yeah. They be paying them big money, so we ain't gonna say no name. But that blue pill, if you do push-ups, because it's drawing blood from your brain down to your heart to go downstairs. That's why a lot of you guys are going blind. Keep on taking it every week, along with the honey packs. Stop with the honey packs. Stop.
Wait.
Pills. Stop it. Just stop it, because it's causing you to be blind. You're getting strokes.
Wait. Rewind real quick, Stan, because right now you're delivering some value information, right? So you said when you do push-ups, okay,
it's the blood from your heart. It's building up the blood. It's building up your heart so it can pump downstairs. You do squats. Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna say something crazy. So yesterday I did like 100 push-ups. Friday I did 100 push-ups. I was gonna do it yesterday, right? But I decided, let me just do that on my work days, because my push-up push-up handle, I left that at work, unfortunately, and I don't want to sprain my wrist doing this. But I want to set like a small little goal to try to do like at least 100 push-ups a day.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Oh, 100 watts. Don't do that.
Look, watch. That's because you could probably do 500 or whatever, right? You know what I mean? We gotta set small goals, right? I know y'all like to go hard and go big or whatever, right? But anyways, that's not the point. Point is, right? I knew I was kind of feeling something down there, right? I was like, damn, right? I'm waking up like super ready.
I mean, that's how God built us. If you wake up with wood, it's all good. That's how God built us. So if you don't wake up with wood, there might be something that's up to no good. So, right? And again, squats, right? The reason why squats is so good, like you building up your lower back, your legs, right? And also, again, with that blood flow hitting, the important parts, right? There's another pill that works. They avoid the blue pill, and I'm not gonna give a name to that pill because y'all need to pay us some money to advertise for y'all medical centers. And that pill pulls everything from your thighs to the unit. So by doing squats, you already done it.
But Stan, these ain't one of those pills where like you take it for one thing, but you end up like blind, you get AIDS, you get like hair loss.
No. This one's a little bit different.
Paralysis and shit.
This one is amazingly like they're prescribing it to men at a lower dosage just to get the blood flowing. Like at a high dosage is for sex. At a lower dosage is used for kind of, for the heart, it's used for the blood, it's used for even for asthma. So I'm just saying like they found different ways. But I will say like look at supplements like eating watermelon, eating food like watermelon and beets. Look at like amino acids. Get it branched chain amino acids. Start getting L-arginine. L-arginine is good, but nothing beats exercising and eating.
Yeah, but the stuff that you mentioned, right? Besides steroids,
wait, there was one more thing too. I'll say this. There's one more ththing that's very important. Lift weights. You could do all the running you want. but it's so important to lift weights because what that does, because what people don't know, if you fall, older people, when they fall, they decrease their life expectancy. So when somebody breaks their hip, the doctor's already like, okay, they don't have too much to live. You gotta look at that like, yo, you gotta lift some weights. You gotta build up that bone density because it's so important. Like people get into car accidents, events happen at your house, you're not controlling stuff, earthquakes, whatever happening, you gotta build some kind of weights. It's okay to be bulky. A lot of y'all got fat backs anyway. Make them fat backs muscular. Okay?
You said Stan gonna have people going in the back alleys trying to get some stuff and some syringes and shit, some illegal stuff.
You know what I mean? Get those injections.
Looking like Ronnie Coleman.
No, we ain't gonna say it because they ain't paying us no money. They ain't paying us no money because that's a whole clinic. They have that. That's not even illegal. There's some, you could do other stuff besides that. We are not gonna say nothing else because y'all gotta pay us this money. If y'all want us to talk about it, sponsor knowledge and relationships and intellectual soapbox, and also sophisticated manic and what's it called? Manic and reviews.
Manic sophistication.
Yes.
We gotta give 100 a show, man. We gotta give 100 a show somewhere, man. That brother, he gotta drop some knowledge, man.
You know, watch 100, Smurf Village, the show, because it brings the community together.
He also be streaming on Twitch. Don't forget that as well, too, though. So shout out to
look, he's wearing blue. He's wearing blue, representing the Smurf community. I'm down for it. Put on Discord. Like, look, you gotta pay us some money.
Man. You got a pocket. but two things, Stan, right?
Yeah.
Look. One, like, you know, I'm not taking no shots. And then two, if it increases my high blood pressure, I'm not taking that as well, too, though. So
there's different ways, but again, your testosterone helps with your high blood pressure. Testosterone is not bad and it's not evil, right? The thing about it, though, like everybody's scared of testosterone, but we're men. This is what makes us men.
Look, I'll take all the testosterone I could get. I'm just saying that, you know,
you just can't go too high, man. You ain't trying to be Barry Bonds and shit. You trying to hit 800 home runs and stuff.
Right.
Right. But like the food that increases your testosterone is watermelon. It's beets. You know, there's food that does increase it. Oh, here's something I think she stole my tongue to just put out. What did it say?
So yeah, I think in an episode of Bones, she was telling her husband to change his diet because some chemicals make your junk shrink.
No, that's true.
And
actually, I can tell you the research right now because of the C19, our testosterone has shrunk, and also all the plastic. There's a lot more, like everything's been shrinking, especially downstairs. Also, there's less testosterone in a lot of men.
I mean, you're going to have like less testosterone and you're going to have like, you know, shrinkage problems. Like the more like you start seeing like ugly ass women around the streets and you're not really approaching like the high quality women. So that also takes effect as well too. I'm just saying.
Messes up your testosterone levels.
Ooh.
Hey, just like Popeye and Spinach, man, like you got to get a fine bitch. That's what I'm just saying. Like that's the simple, holistic, and organic way, right, to build your junk up. We might have to do a show about that.
You said excitement.
But here's something. Can you imagine that you do find this woman? She's really attractive, and you can't get it up.
Hey, man, and she's gonna be like, "You gay, bro?" You know,
but you're not, right? Because even that community is sleeping with women. So watch that on TikTok. TikTok have a whole that down stop nobody nowadays. That whole thing, sexual preference and all that stuff. Everything changed. TikTok, I love TikTok. TikTok have like put everybody's business up front. Like
I'm about to get back on TikTok, man.
Here's something the woman said: if your wife have a gay husband, that's her side boyfriend, and she's sleeping with. I'm like, what? That's TikTok.
He go like, hey,
Stan be finding all these clips. Stan, you gotta get us these clips so we can start breaking these down on the reckless review.
Haters, they're like, y'all need to shut up on TikTok. TikTok be like how to get a 6-figure women, like homosexuals got like they got classes on TikTok.
Oh, I got.
Hold on, right?
Yeah.
You for real about that?
Yeah. You find the girl on the weekday. You go ahead and break her back. She has to go to work because it's the weekday. She can't kick you out. You act like you're asleep. Clean up the house. Clean up the house. Have some mail delivered. When she come home, she'll see you there. There's nothing else she can do. You're gonna break her back again. You're just gonna move in.
Stan, find the clip. We go review the clip. We gonna see if there's if it's fluid.
Like, oh my God, there's a whole class on this.
Wait, hold on, Stan. I gotta ask you this question. Have you ever applied that advice and it worked for you?
No, I don't. I have my own place. I will not.
You ain't trying to sleep on no couches?
No,
shout out to Chauncey.
It's straight up like get your mail delivered. You got squatter rights. Women teaching women how to do the stuff too. It's TikTok. I didn't even know like there was like this party thing of like girls meeting up, the group scene and getting $20 for 20 minutes. So depending on how many guys are there, each of them got to pay $20.
You said each guy had to pay $20 for
adult entertainment within the limited time frame. And I'm looking at this like, why is the TikTok flag for putting this stuff out here? Like it's so much stuff out here. TikTok even taught people how to break into our mailboxes at a gated community. I have to show it to the United States.
Well, to be fair, TikTok is like, made in China though, so it's not American made. So
no, I thought it's changed that because it has to be now. It's owned by an American company now.
Yeah, I think that something happened, but they're probably just looser with the restrictions on there. That's what it sounds like. Yeah, we got to review some of this stuff, man. Yeah, feed us these clips. We gonna watch these on.
Yeah,
I want to see the homosexual one.
How to break into mailboxes. Like it's so much stuff. Look at this. What happened to Chase Bank? Talking about like Chase Bank had a glitch. Where do you think they got that from?
No way. Okay, hold on. I have a show idea then, right? So after when we get in on the what was the topic again? The sisterhood, right? Yeah,
sisterhood.
Yeah. Once we get that bastard shit out the way, right? We need to just review like TikTok compilations about like I for sure we could probably get away with it on YouTube, right? I mean, we're just reviewing like TikTok compilations about.
Yeah, I think let's review it. We'll break it down.
Yeah, because there's one where like there's one sister, she's really good. Like, hey, these are the type of black guys, and she breaks it down. Or these are the type of hood girls, and she breaks out the whole dating stuff. TikTok is a great learning tool, but also it's good for parents because I send parents like, hey, you need to watch this stuff because this stuff is what's going on, and I did not know.
Wait,
kids, do they have watch it?
So wait, do they have a class that talks about how to pull up on a Latina baddie?
There's a guy who teaches men how to get that. Like, hey, you go on Facebook, you go up on like what do you do, the Facebook Marketplace, and you go ahead and you just riz these women on Facebook Marketplace. It's a full class.
We definitely got to review some of these. I got to check it out. We're going to determine if it's good information or bad. That's going to be our new niche.
Yeah. I mean, but there's communities, right? Like that you go on Facebook where it's like, I don't know, Black and Latina love, right? Or something like that.
No, they're going in an indirect way of getting women. See, even Great Pill. Go ahead, Great Pill. Go ahead.
No, he just said Stan is right. And then he says Facebook was a horse fit?
Yeah, what's that word, Great Pill?
Okay.
He said spot.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. A 3 or 4 spot.
Yeah, and it still is. But I'm just telling you, like, there's even on one of my friends, he got caught up on Facebook. Cause there's a site on Facebook, it's clubs like we all like the women get together. Like I dated him, so he got exposed, and I'm like, what happened? He's like, yo, like these women got together and talk about their dating experience with me, and I'm just like, wow.
Did we do a show? Y'all was reviewing a clip the one time. You remember the females had that whole community about that one guy.
Yes, and
that's what you talking about. Yeah, that was.
And he got caught up, and I'm like, he's a single dad, so he's like,
talking about like that. It's like kind of like a misogynist, like, well, not.
You remember because he sued all them chicks.
No, I remember too. Like,
yeah, it's
like defamation of character.
Misandrous, yeah. But he's a single dad. He's dating single moms, but they got baby daddies. It's not gonna last. So he move on. They feel jilted. They put stories together, and he didn't know until another chick told him. I was like, what? He's like, yo, man, like they put it, and it's by every city. No matter what state you in, it's every city.
I mean, they already.
Stan, so do you have any communities about you?
If they do, they got my real name, and I got a back home. So good luck.
What they call you out there in Oakland? Your name probably Ernest or something.
They can't. I got a light skin name. I got a white name.
You got a light skin name. Your name probably Fabian.
Maybe.
that's a light skin name back from the 80s.
You know what I'm saying? I'll give one of my names. I haven't used in a minute. Brad Pierre. They're looking for Brad Pierre. Good luck.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. All right, Brad.
What was the alter ego for Brad? That sounds kind of like
I might have to use them again when I do my trips.
But Brad sound like the type, like you got the sweater, tied around your neck.
No, it's Brandon Pierre.
Okay, there we go. See,
okay,
that's for short. But
yeah, I'm sensing khakis and like the Mr. Rogers sweater.
I'm not gonna say because again, I have that phone and that's what I use it for.
You got the turtleneck, don't you?
That's what I'm telling you, man.
Just say it.
No, I
M3. Like I'm telling you, man. That's that country club. He's at the country club. He's drinking a Diet Pepsi with a straw.
No, my bottle of Perrier water. Chilled, but not frozen. But like it's sometimes you just gotta do that because you don't want to tie it up to your real life.
In most Asian spots, mess around on these dating sites, they expose you, and the word will get out. Love you or hate you.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. Look, have a bat phone if you're single. Not for no married man. If you're single, you don't owe nobody anything. You're just going on dates. Have a bat phone. Especially if you're a single dad, you got kids. You got to have a bat phone because this does not work out. Everybody have access to you whenever they want.
So you saying like have that backup number? So like it's kind of like a throwaway, like drug dealers had in the 90s and shit.
No, because like you got a backup phone with different numbers on it.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
He said, Stan, you can hide your name, player, but not your face.
Oh, I hide the face. Trust me, I wear sunglasses.
Stan out here living. Stan gonna have to break these dating strategies now.
No. I think
don't Brad Pierre. Is that what?
Brandon Pierre.
Brandon Pierre. Okay.
Brandon Pierre.
Hey, look, Brandon, right? Don't let me find a site from you, right? And then you put the whole makeup shebang and you make yourself more light skinned. Okay?
More light? No, I'm okay. No.
You don't put the makeup on your face, right?
No need to make up. It's just no need to make up. Look.
Why are you still using the accent? He getting back in the character. He having flashbacks.
Right.
No need to do that.
Yeah.
There's other names I use. And I'm traveling. I'm having fun.
That's what I'm talking. Okay. Shout out to Stan. Stan living life. He could be hanging out with Judge Mathis and you could be going guys trips with him.
No, I go by myself. I'm a loner. I do not need because let me tell you something about unless it's my cousins, somebody I really trust. But look, I'm by myself when I travel and I prefer it that way. Because
we mean by yourself, right? Because it's a different. You talking about by yourself with your woman, right, or women,
or by yourself? To the beach. That makes no sense, sir.
Now we probing Stan now. This turned into the Stan dating interview. So Stan,
No. You single. Don't be bringing. You're supposed to meet the locals. You might want to move to like Bahamas. You might want to move to Miami. All those women wearing nothing but like bikini tops and scarf dresses.
Yeah, but you gotta be a baller to like live in Miami though, or a major YouTuber. You know what I
No,
mean?
you know,
That's a
Miami
homeless
they
YouTuber.
thugs who are homeless. Like, no.
Excuse me.
you said they camping Stan with all that six-figure stuff. That's
like,
all.
no, if you're dating men that are homeless, I'm gonna upgrade. Like, just stop playing games. If you're dating homeless men, I'm like, look, we're all upgrades.
You know they're not doing that in Miami though.
Yes,
Not
they are.
Miami.
They are. Women across the world, all of y'all sleep with homeless men. Y'all deal with men from jail. We're all upgrades. I don't want to hear it. Hear something about we low functioning and high. And what's the other one? Like low functioning and high functioning, all that BS. No.
It sounds like there's no really hope for like the middle class, because I feel like the middle class get the short end of stick. It's either you gotta be incarcerated, have a history of like doing crime and being homeless, be a homosexual, or being some filthy like fake rich dude or YouTuber or whatever, or asshole. But being like a regular like hardworking guy, like I don't think that's not the home for me.
Okay.
I
do feel Stan a little bit on that, because I think they be capping a lot, man. I think they're talking about what they want, but the reality is, I think if you ask like most chicks, like, hey, give me the occupation of the last like 5 guys you dated, and you're gonna see like Foot Locker, Starbucks barista. It ain't gonna be no like stock option trading guy or no shit like that.
He's a scammer. Oh, he's in between jobs. I'm like, baby daddy, still in jail.
B-Eazy said,
Bradley,
not
Brandon Pierre.
Light skin energy.
A little B-Eazy.
But I want to answer what Great Pill said. Like, hey, look, all I have to do is shave this off and put on sunglasses. I'm a different man. There's a book
so what, you just shave? You go completely shaving, or do you use that what's that little dye stuff?
No, just shave it all off. Or I can leave a mustache. That's it. Put on some.
That's too extreme though. I'm not shaving my beard though.
Yeah, it grows right back. For me, I'm like, it's easy. It grows right back. I just shave it off, put on some shades.
Yeah, for me, I need
what I'm saying? Like,
work.
I'm good. I'm a different person. Good luck finding me later. I might have some kids, so I don't know. Find me on 23andMe. Good luck. But and here's the reason why I don't travel with guys. Here's something, because guys don't talk about it. We're gonna talk about a little bit on the sisterhood.
Yeah, we gotta say something for Tuesday, man.
But I gotta say a little bit. Here's a little bit there's 4 type of guys that goes on trips. There's a one that's gonna be competitive. Mm-hmm. If you get a girl, now he gotta get 2 girls. I'm like, yo, I'm on vacation. I ain't got time for this. You got one that's like the jealous one. And he's the fat one, the ugly one, or the one that got no pool. And he's mad and he's jealous and he's complaining. And it's like, okay. Then you got the one who came here with no money. Who's gonna sponsor you, nigga? I'm like,
hey, you give a whole lot of nuggets away before our future show. I'll tell you that.
And then you got number 4, the one that's like Terrence Howard in that movie, The Best Man, who always trying to get all this information on you and trying to bring it up later on in life, keeping score and just being a evil ass villain. No, that's why I go by myself, and I've been doing this for decades. I'm enjoying my life, and I go by myself. I pull in I'm coming to America. This is my first time here in this country. I'm trying to understand the ways of America. and or I'm like, hey, dude, I'm from California. I'm just trying to understand how things work in the South. So can you go ahead and explain to me why they act this way? And, I'm just like, go ahead.
Yeah, Stan, you too creative for me, man. Like,
Travels with Stan. We're coming soon.
Oh, I would never tell y'all. And then sometimes, I go on vacation. I never tell anybody. They're like, "What?" I'm like, "I just got back." I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna bring sand to the beach. I don't want drama. It's time for me to enjoy my life.
hey, what it do, Yellow?
Stan, living the life, man. But all right, we go ahead and start closing out. Nah, this was a fun show, man. Definitely dope.
Oh, last words. Like, what you guys think? Parting word, before we end this. Do you want them to work it out? Do you want them to end it? Or what's up? Before we close this.
I think they need to end it, honestly. I think when you hit that point, man, where, like I said, you're kind of confused what you want, and that person already done let you know, like, hey, man, it's over. It's just like, man, you got to let them go. Just, focus on making the changes for yourself. If that's what you want to genuinely do, you're not doing it for a gimmick to like hold on to somebody. Then they can make that decision to come back. But as far as like, I'm just not with the whole fighting for somebody. I get it. He don't want his marriage to end, but it's like, make the genuine changes. Then, see if they'll come back. But yeah, I think it should just be over at this point.
I mean,
and man, stop damn crying in the goddamn airport or on camera, man. Goddamn, like cry in your house, man. I'm tired of.
What you mean? He's down on his knees.
That's it's like, man, get that shit out. I'm not saying you can't cry, but like, do that at home, man. Like, come out, like, keep your composure.
Yeah, I feel you.
It's like, man, you're Judge Mathis, man. Like, you know how the ego and confidence I would have. Like, if I got it to the, let somebody tell me like, hey, it's over. I want to go on. Like, get out. I'm about to have tryouts tomorrow. That's what Judge Mathis should have been like.
Right. But
like, how dare he should be talking to third person. He should be like, how dare you leave Judge Mathis? You don't leave Judge Mathis. Judge Mathis leaves you. Like,
oh,
yeah,
I'm rich.
Okay, Mark, that's
I'm just messing around.
That's a clip.
Like, what?
Right there.
You have the audacity to come up here and talk about you leaving me? Nah, I'm rich. Listen, you don't leave Judge Mathis. Yeah, I would have been like Denzel Training Day.
Mm-hmm. Now that's how you gotta be. Like, girl, that's the biggest mistake you ever made, leaving me. Case closed. Like that, and keep it moving. Look, man. Look, man. If I had Judge Mathis's money, and I was already like, on his level, and that shit happened to me, bro, I would just get like a new bitch right in the next couple of weeks. Yeah, of course, you gotta go through the process of healing. You know what I mean? That's what you tell them.
What kind of healing is that? Sexual healing?
I mean, that works too, though. I mean, you'll heal faster that way. But I ain't gonna refer to the song, but you know what I mean.
Easy, stupid.
I would want for them to work their marital problems out, but again, she's the one who initiated the divorce. So she need to work that out. Again, I'll say this again. She need to work that out with her Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Then she need to get her mind right. Even if she got to get herself rebaptized again and then come back and beg her husband for forgiveness.
Damn.
So she could do all those steps or whatever, because I'm telling you, like, you think that you're all good, but once, you leave a person, right, who actually sets you up for success, that money ain't going to be right again. And you're going to be coming back anyways. And then if he really, get his emotions in check and actually settle down for, a finer, a more younger, a more in shape type of woman, she's gonna be running back. She's gonna be regretting it. So
I'm tripping with that young Stan. If they would have pulled up and say I was Judge Mathis, they would have pulled up on me in the airport. They would have been like, "Hey man, I heard your wife leave. I've been smoking cigars. She left. You serious? Okay. Well, I'm still going. Nah, I'm joking. Nah, he just got to work on himself, man. He got to make some decisions. It seemed like he just don't want to be married, man. Honestly. And you can't drag everybody along. You can't have everything. You can't have your cake and eat it too. That's what the situation is. But you think he should work it out, Stan?
For me, after this, I'm gonna go ahead and get my blanket, sit down on the couch and watch Hallmark so I could detox all this. I can't. I'm going to detox all of this and watch Hallmark, the fall harvest of love.
No, don't do it, Stan. Don't do it.
No, I gotta believe in love. Where's the love? Now dating and love different. I can play. I'm dating. I'm single. But love, it's different. And I'm watching Hallmark after this because I can't. I'm gonna spend the next 16 hours watching Hallmark movies before I go back to work tonight. Because I gotta believe in something. Where's the love?
So you feel that way, even though like he still doesn't seem like he's really into it. Besides, like
into it, he's about to cry. He don't. You know, it's. I'm not gonna listen to 90s R&B, but I'm gonna watch Hallmark.
Okay.
Cause at least Hallmark, they got conflict resolution.
But Stan, you did one. Let me touch on this before we roll out. You did make a good point because, like, the fact that she did kind of stay, there might be something that they might be able to work out. Because that's what I was thinking about. It's like, man, it's not like they are hurting for money where they can't dip out. So yeah.
Who's she gonna date? Beyonce's ex stepdaddy? Like, who else she gonna date in her age range in Hollywood?
Oh man,
Beyonce's daddy or Beyonce's ex-daddy. Like, who else can you date in Hollywood? Because Toni Braxton had a hard time finding somebody. She went back to Birdman. Like M3 said, you will go back.
Yeah,
she went back to Birdman.
So you think she got a little bit of fear now? Now she's thinking about it like, oh shit.
But I think it's like it's you have to make the choice and decisions. Either you're gonna walk around being scared and think there's something better, or you're gonna miss out on the love that's there for you. There's never like anything better. Sometimes I think that's what we got away from. Like, we just assume something better is coming around the corner, and it's like, yo, why not work what you have? Because that's another person. You do have to work with that, and you're another person. And then time changes. That's what I learned from Hallmark: conflict resolution.
So you pretty much saying you're like, once you hit a certain age, you should kind of just suck it up, maybe. If it's not like toxic.
No, it's not toxic. You gotta work it. Here's something I learned about mental health, right? In mental health, if you don't have gratitude, of course things could be skewed, right? If I'm not grateful that this woman fixed me breakfast, but I'm like, okay, my God, she's breathing. Like, okay. Sir. I gotta sit with myself like, you know what? She does fix me breakfast. She does treat the kids good. She did pick me up from the airport. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to be grateful for that, and I need to change the value what I think of this person, because with gratitude, it changes everything. It changes your perspective. If I constantly focus on a negative, of course I'm going to say it's toxic, because guess what? Maybe she's not toxic. I'm the one that became toxic. Because everything that you're doing, like, you're just being a human being. How's that bothering me, really?
Oh, that's a good point.
I'm pissed off because you're breathing? Oh, I'm God now. Oh, okay.
Hey, B-Eazy just gave me an idea for another show, man. The Bag Our Love. I think that would be worth exploring.
What's it called?
The Bag Our Love. What do you choose?
Oh, I think we'll go ahead and use the bag to find love, but not in Colombia, not in Brazil. I'll tell you those two.
Stan gonna give us a game on traveling.
Oh no, Stan is the wrong one. I don't want to see none of y'all. I'm one of those type of guys. I would never tell you where to go. Good luck. You gotta find it on your own. You
said you don't want them coming on to your territory, huh?
I'm like Highlander. There only could be one. And yes,
you want your shit exotic. You're like, look, y'all ain't coming over here.
Yeah, some places I'm the only black guy. They're like, ooh. I'm like, yeah. So no.
In relation to the discussion, did anyone watch the Cam and Erica Mina?
No, I haven't seen that one yet. I'm gonna look it up. Probably
Oh,
watch
Cam,
after that.
what Cam, like you talking about Cameron? Did they get into it?
Nah, it might have been Cam Newton. I've been seeing that's probably who he's talking about.
Oh,
it might
okay.
be.
No,
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, Highlander, not Homelander. Highlander, they only could be only one. That's how Highlander is.
Stan over there being greedy. That's what Stan said.
And guess what? Again, when I explained the 4 different guys on Guys Trip, that's why I don't do Guys Trip. I don't. Oh, that last one is the bottom feeder. No, that's the French Montanas of the world. No, thank you.
You said French Montanas
of the world, yeah. Because French Montana's always, if you date somebody, that's who they're gonna date too. It's like, yo, go get your own. Well, we was friends too, all together. No, that's what you do. You wait for us.
So they love munching on their leftovers, then.
Yeah, that's the other guy. That's the 5th one. And I'm
Stan, we're gonna have to do a clip on that, man. The prototype of guys you don't take on trips. You gotta break this down.
I don't take none of them. Yo, like, look, no, guys, go on trips by yourself. Enjoy it. Be the exotic one. Enjoy being worshipped and loved and adored.
Mm-hmm.
That's my selling.
Leftovers can be like a decent meal, especially when you're hungry too. Anything tastes good when you're hungry. But look, guys, all right, I gotta wrap it up.
All right.
Yeah, we're going to definitely continue this conversation, but stay tuned for Tuesday night's episode of Toxic Tuesdays. We're going to be streaming at 6:00 p.m. this Tuesday coming up, and we're going to be talking about the sisterhood. Why does the sisterhood keep women single? So
keep you and sleep with your man.
Okay.
That too. But look, we're not going to talk about it here. All right, we're going to save that for Tuesday. So, make sure you do your push-ups right, so you have all that pent-up energy for it. So,
yes,
I feel what Stan's saying. My cousin went to Mexico for the first time. Only black dude? Okay. Came back, felt like he was baby. Damn. Okay. well, of course, right? Because he was exotic. To them, that he was.
So staying on to something to.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna have to practice.
Also, one more thing, real quick. They're not racist. It's just you came up with your friends.
No, but
so it's the numbers. That's what you.
I'm talking about, like, when we go to the white communities, like Connecticut, they're not racist. You came there with your friend. Don't do that no more.
It's confirmed. Stan is selfish over here. Is that he's greedy?
So I guess when I utilize my passport, go to another country, don't bring a friend with me.
No, you don't have to do that. Don't worry about the passport. Go to Santa Rosa. Go by yourself.
Santa Rosa?
Because most men, your tone and our tone, right? They're already married to a white woman, so you're the only one that's single. So you got your choice and your pick. Yeah, like
it's a white neighborhood though. I'm not into white folks.
Say it again.
It's a white community. I'm not into white people like that.
Yeah, but they got black girls there too. They like, oh my God, who is this? You brand new. because so SJ, real quick, Santa Rosa is this town that majority of everybody there, they married white. So it's like a bunch of black husbands with white wives, right? They have kids. The kids are our age, right? But they too also married white. And everybody knows everybody, right? So you come in, you brand new. Everybody's talking like, hey, there's a black guy here. Is he a cousin? Somebody daddy? Baby daddy? No? Oh, Lord.
So you said they pretty much shopping you around and shit, like.
Mm-hmm. So again, they're not racist. You just came there with your boys. Don't do that no more.
So Santa Rosa is not too far off from like San Francisco and stuff, is it? It's not
like 2 hours, right? It's like 2 hours, hour and a half.
For me, it's like an hour and a half. I think, yeah.
Yeah. So they're not racist. You just
Yeah,
going there
but
with
you
your
gotta
boys.
keep in mind too, man. Like, we had the Santa Rosa fires as well too, and that's what hiked up the PG&E bills towards us. So, nah, man, the hell with Santa Rosa, man. I ain't trying to get caught up
I'm
in
just saying,
another
anybody in
fire.
California or anywhere else, go by yourself. They are not racist. You just went with your boys. Go alone.
All right, then what about if I just go to Medford, like Oregon, then?
Again.
And you know what's gonna be funny though? Like, I think probably tonight, if y'all watching the news, you're gonna be like listening to the traffic. They're gonna be like, "Hey man, there's like car jams. Everybody's driving up to Santa Rosa. Why is there an abundance of black dudes driving up here?" Everybody hitting the road after this. They're like, "Oh shit!"
You're going there to see your father's second family. That's all you gotta say. You're gonna see your father's second family.
Yeah. Nate Bill says he been to California like by himself, first time, no issues. That's because he didn't touch land in Oakland. He probably went to like, I don't know, like maybe Berkeley, California, or Southern California. But
and guess what happened? They saw him. They called like, "Hey, do you know this black guy?" Oh, nobody knows him. And they went in.
So you said they was taking bids on Gray Pill. They were like, "Shit, let me get at him."
He's nobody baby daddy. He's not from here. He smile. He's not from California. He ain't giving no East Bay thizzle, none of this stuff. He's from the East Coast, so he got that.
He got that New Jersey Riz.
Yeah,
Gray Pill was out there eating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, they're not racist. You just went with your boys. That's all.
He said he was staying around the corner a week after Nipsey was deleted. Okay.
So he was in LA.
Yeah, so he was in LA. Okay. So yeah, he was trying to get one of those like Compton chicks and all that. I feel you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. All right, we're gonna wrap it up, man. But stay tuned, man, for our topic for this Tuesday coming up, and we'll catch you guys next time.
All right, peace.
All right, later, everybody. Now let's see if I could find the in stream button. All right. Peace out, everybody. See you next week. Well, this week coming up, Tuesday.